Alright, so this isn't normally what I do on here, but I've had some friends that I've explained this theory to, and they think that I should make a video about it. I first heard of the story from a TikToker named Casey Castile. He has a few different points that movements he's trying to get behind. I support all of them and doing the best I can to try to help him get the word out there. I'd never heard of this term until I started watching his videos, and at first I was like, this dude's crazy. The more I thought about it, I was like, this is the only way it's going to fucking work. Period. Alright, so lazy protesting. Let's get into it. Now, at first everyone's going to say, oh yeah, they're going to shut off our water. They're going to shut off our water. They're going to kick us out. That's what they'll do. Listen to me. Keep in mind, you can't do this with 20 people. You can't do this with 500 people. You need hundreds of thousands, preferably millions of people to do this all at once in order for this to work. But it is the only way that we can all come together and actually do it, because we are so divided as a fucking country. We're too concerned about talking about what that bitch was wearing or how he said the word wrong and not focus on what the fucking problem is, right? And so there's so much discourse, and that was by design, right? They meant to pit us against one another. They did amazing. We fell right into their trap. Congratulations, guys. Anyway, the only way we're going to actually get a large amount of people to put feet to the ground, so to speak, because they're not going to do that. You're never going to get them to actually put their feet on the ground and protest or move for this country or do anything that needs to be done. But lazy protesting is, you need, like I said, you can't be 500, can't be 1,000. It needs to be hundreds of thousands, preferably millions of people agreeing to do this at the same time. And what you do is you stop paying your utilities. You stop paying your rent and your mortgage. You continue going to work. You continue buying your groceries. You go home and you live your life the way that you've been living it. You don't give them a reason, not one motherfucking reason, to be able to declare martial law in a situation, because that's when they're able to come in and do whatever the hell they want to do. But if we all together choose not to pay for our utilities or our rent or our mortgage, they cannot kick everyone out, okay? They can't kick 100,000 people out. They can't kick 500,000 people out. They damn sure can't kick 5 fucking million of us out, or turn off the water to 5 fucking million people. And as long as we're going home and we're going about our business in every other way possible, there's no reason they should be able to declare martial law, right? Just think about it. I know it sounds insane, and it has to be coordinated to the point where everybody chooses to do it, and it does take some time because your utilities only come out once a month. You still pay for your groceries and things like that. You don't say, I'm not going to pay for anything, and you start trying to loot shit. Absolutely not. That's the problem. But this, you cannot tell me that there's any other way that we as a country can come together and do something about this. There's no possible way that everybody will come together. There's too much divide. There's too much racism. There's too much everything. This is something people can choose to do by saving money in their pocket, not spending that money, and not having to do anything. Not getting off your ass, not making a phone call, not doing a fucking thing. All you're doing is stopping a payment or not sending it in for the month. And that is literally the only way we are going to make a big enough statement, a big enough impact to maybe start to get some reform in this fucking country. But until something like that happens, we are fucked. Totally fucked as a country. And it's going to take so many of us getting together and doing something. And this is the safest way and the easiest way to radicalize so many people all at once. I'm going to tag my dude, Casey Castile, in the bottom of this. Please like and share. Just think about it. Talk about it with your friends. Just get the idea out there, you guys. That's the only way we're going to do anything, regardless of what it is that it comes down to. We've got to do something. Period.